What is up? What has happened to Rey Mysterio? What is going to happen with Randy Orton at WrestleMania? And who won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Welcome to the Talking Smack Show, recapping Smackdown yesterday, Saturday, 18th of April, 2025, the day before WrestleMania. And whoa, whoops. A little bit of an error there, a little bit of an echo. Recapping the episode before WrestleMania, and it was a great episode. I thought Raw was weak this week. Obviously, they're trying to gear up for WrestleMania, and they've got a lot going on. But this SmackDown, in my opinion, didn't let down. Like, we had a lot going on. A couple of bits that probably could have been at WrestleMania in itself. Maybe not the best parts of WrestleMania, but good parts, and a lot of exciting build up as well. So as the show kicked off, in the way that they've started doing on SmackDown and Raw now, we saw the superstars arriving. Solo Sikoa arrived with Tama Tonga ahead of Solo Sikoa's match with LA Knight later that evening. And Tama Tonga had left something in the car, went back. LA Knight attacked him while he was on his own and slammed his his arm in the door. Sorry. And we heard later that Tama Tonga had to go to hospital for treatment on his arm. Later on in the show, LA Knight delivered a promo saying that he had taken out Tama Tonga. He was going to take out Solo Sikoa, and then he would have Jacob Fatu one-on-one. So we had a match lined up right at the beginning, LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. So then we had Seth Rollins come out. The crowd were chanting for Seth Rollins. For CM Punk. As they mentioned CM Punk, we then had him sit down like he was about to deliver a pipe bomb promo. And then the crowd started chanting for OTC, Original Tribal Chief. And he began saying, painting the story for us. And again, I thought Seth Rollins did a brilliant job in building this storyline. He explained how the Shield arrived because of Paul Heyman. They were hired to be a shield for CM Punk. So all of this stems from Paul Heyman. And it just, once again, built this story up. What is going to happen? And he said that he is going to sacrifice everything to get WWE in the direction he thinks it needs to go. And that's not a spoiler. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. It was just brilliant promo again, I think. And then later on in the show, they had we have lots and lots of video packages from WWE, obviously, but every now and then they share one that is just amazing. And the promo package they have put together for the triple threat of CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns is just exquisite. It is the best hype video I have seen in quite some time. Anyway, I am so fucking pumped up for this match now. And what falls out after it is going to be incredible. I can't wait, genuinely. I'm so excited. So then we had the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. So this match was introduced 10 years ago to basically give all the men who didn't have a match something to do. And then a few years later, it got put onto SmackDown as the main event. And now we have it as the first match on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. And it was it's just a waste of time, to be honest with you. It's just getting faces out there. The match included, yes, boy, Pretty Deadly, A-Town Down Under, Mellow Don't Miz, Big Strong Boys, Legado del Fantasma, LWO, not Rey Mysterio, but the rest of LWO, American Made, including Chad Gable, Ray Phoenix, Shinsuke Nakamura, Karen Cross, Ludwig, Otis, Carlito, R-Truth, Akira Tozawa, all the big names, right? So yeah, these matches are what they are, aren't they? It's just getting faces out there as part of WrestleMania weekend. Carlito was stood in the middle, didn't have much to do at the beginning, got his apple out, started eating it, and then R-Truth came up behind and took a bite of the apple as well, which was probably the second most entertaining thing in the third. Let's be real, third most entertaining thing in the match. These matches are just chaos. There was a moment where Otis eliminated a couple of people and himself. Chad Gable got jumped by the Luchadors. Rey Fenix eliminated Chad Gable. I was thinking during the match, there were a couple of things going on, and I was wondering, first of all, maybe the winner should get a match at WrestleMania, like put something on the line. It's so low down on importance now. And then I was also thinking, like, where does Rusev fit? Like, not all of the guys, but I would say Shinsuke, Andrade, Rey Fenix, Karrion Kross are all, in my opinion, better than Rusev. And then we've got people like Otis, R-Truth. Like, I just can't see why Rusev is being added to the roster. Like, I can't really see where he fits in moving forwards. Like, how much opportunity is he really going to get? But never mind. So, as I said, Rey Fenix had eliminated Chad Gable. Later on in the match, Rey Fenix was about to do the I can't remember what it's called, when he runs along the rope and kicks them. It's something like Goodbye Amigo or something like that. And El Grande Americano appeared from nowhere and pulled him out and eliminated him. So that's obviously like a story being built. And then we had the last, and also during the match, Carmelo Hayes was about to be eliminated and Miz saved him, pretty much sacrificing himself, which nice to see. I love Miz. Like, he's adorable, really, isn't he? So it was good that he showed what a good guy he is. Then we had the final four, which was Andrade, Shinsuke Nakamura, Carmelo Hayes, and Rey Fenix. Four really, really good superstars. As I said, Rey Fenix got eliminated by Andrade. No, not by Andrade, by El Grande Americano, who interestingly didn't get into this match. Maybe he was deserving of it. And then we had ultimately the last two were Andrade and Melo. They had a great technical exchange. They had that series of 7 matches earlier this year. So they were like reading and picking everything. And ultimately Carmelo Hayes won, which is a reasonably good choice, I think. It's an accolade for him early on in his career. Hopefully it's a sign that he's going to get a bit more of a push again moving forwards. Throughout the show, we had a couple of snippets of interviews carried out by Wade Barrett, interviewing Charlotte and Tiffy Stratton ahead of their match. The only really interesting bit that came out of it was that Charlotte said she didn't like how some of it had gone, but it's built hype for the match, so she's pleased with it. Rhea came to the ring. That if you're a guy or a lesbian and you've not seen that picture of Rhea Ripley recently, well, Buddy Matthews, whatever we're going to call him and his little buddy, if you know what I mean, are lucky guys. Wow. Anyway, so she came down to the ring. She was saying she's not going to make excuses. She's going to regain the title. Io Sky came out. She was wearing this cool little like jeans and top, but they had like cards, obviously in the Vegas theme. Before she could say a word, Bianca Belair came down. I'm so fucking bored of that bitch. And then Naomi came down just whining. I can't stand that pair and their story. It's just revolting to me. I would have rather a triple threat of Jade Cargill, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley, and just no involvement of Bianca Belair and Naomi any day. It just is, their acting is appalling. They're not very likable. They're so dull. I just couldn't give a shit. So anyway, Jade Cargill came down. Naomi ran off. Rhea told Jade it had nothing to do with her. Naomi attacked Jade from behind, pushing Jade into Rhea, who fell into Bianca. So then Naomi and Jade were brawling. Rhea and Bianca were brawling. Io was just stood there. She did a moonsault onto Rhea and Bianca, and that was that. It's going to be a sick match, but I'm fucking bored of the build. And I couldn't give a shit about Naomi and Jade Cargill now. I think that's going to be some like phone scrolling time over the next couple of days. So we had next a tag match between Motor City Machine Guns and Street Profits. Again, I'm just so disappointed that we didn't get a 5-way tag match at WrestleMania. I think it would have been electric with the 5 teams of Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, DIY, Pretty Deadly, and Legado del Fantasma. But we've not. I need to get over it. But it's a massive, massive shame. So the match was going on. I didn't really care because I'm just so disappointed. Carmelo Hayes did this really cool, like, running. So he was in the ring and he dove over the turnbuckle and flipped outside, landing on everyone. And then DIY attacked everyone and ran off, stealing the belts. Backstage, the 3 teams were brawling. Nick Aldis appeared, took the belts off of DIY, and announced that we're going to have a TLC match at SmackDown next week between the 3 teams. So that's pretty sick, but it's a real shame that there's not a tag match at between, like, a SmackDown tag match at WrestleMania, because I think the SmackDown tag division has possibly been the most enthralling element of any of the shows. That and like the NXT women's division, like, just incredible, like really rebuilt the division up from being in a pretty poor place. So I think that's a crying shame, but the TLC match should be electric. I would have loved Pretty Deadly to be involved in it, but I need to accept that they're just not really seen as like a main tag team, if you know what I mean. So Randy came to the ring, still looking for an opponent. And he said that he's throwing the fate of his 20th WrestleMania out to the universe. So he's got an open challenge at WrestleMania. Randy's just a joy when he's having fun and playing about. He said he's going to be ready there with his boots and just the right amount of baby oil. And it was just a fire promo. Like, he's not even promoing with anyone or to anyone. Just Randy talking shit. But it was cool. So who is Randy going to face? I think Solo Sikoa probably makes the most sense. But with his match, I think he's probably too involved in the US title to then get that. I wonder Rusev. I had wondered Aleister Black, but we had a promo, like a video package seemingly for Aleister Black announcing that he's going to be re-debuting on the 25th, so that would be next SmackDown. I thought maybe Sami Zayn, that would make sense. I would be very happy for The Miz, just like as a squash match, because The Miz is just a top guy. I thought maybe Mello after his, we might have like Mello feeling confident or output that he has won the Battle Royal and doesn't have a match. So we'll see with that who it's going to be. So before we move on, if you are interested in improving your health, maybe losing a little weight, getting a bit healthier, you want a training plan to get a little stronger, whatever it is, scan the QR code just there. Foundations Health Coaching. I would love to work with you, or check me out on Instagram, again, at Foundations Health Coaching. I would love to help you get put to sleep like CM Punk has kneed you in the face. So We then had Damian Priest doing a little promo. You've probably seen on the internet during the sort of like live fan event. Drew McIntyre was talking and Damian Priest attacked him from behind there. The build to this match, I haven't particularly cared for, but it's going to be a fun, really physical match. It's a Las Vegas street fight or something like that. So that it should be cool. I'm a big Drew McIntyre fan, and Damian Priest is winning me over in a big way. So yeah, that'll be cool. Backstage, we had Nicholas being approached by Chelsea Green, who the fact that she doesn't have a match at WrestleMania, in my opinion, is a legitimate travesty. I think I'm more fired up about this than the SmackDown tag teams, but I don't know. It's like equal footing. Chelsea Green has been on a tear for 12 months. Like, she has built herself up from a joke to being legitimately one of the biggest, easily the most entertaining wrestlers in WWE. And the fact that Naomi has a match, like, and she doesn't, is a travesty. The fact that Bianca Belair has a match, I get that she's massive, but Chelsea Green is better by miles, especially with the formation of the Secret Service. The fact that Lyra Valkyria has a match, the fact that Raquel Rodriguez has a match. I know it's a tag, but still, Chelsea Green is hugely underrated and she deserves something. I hope like she will have a backstage segment. I wonder, because there's like this talk of Trump coming to WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to, but I hope they do a sort of like the president's here, and then it's just Chelsea Green, so she at least gets some face time, because she truly deserves it. Anyway, she was saying it was a travesty what happened at SmackDown last week about her countdown loss, which was hilarious. And Nick Aldis agreed it was a travesty, but he said that the travesty was that Zelina Vega didn't get the win because of the count-out. So he announced that we were going to have a match between them without Secret Service being present. The match was pretty short. Zelina Vega won with her Code Red, which is sort of like a Mexican destroyer, off of the turnbuckle. It was pretty cool. But so we're going to get a match, I assume, between them for the title moving forwards. I thought that was what we were getting this week, but it wasn't a title match. But I'm pretty sure Chelsea Green is going to squash her, probably with involvement from the Secret Service, but whatever. So we had LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. Solo started it off physical, like he was dominating LA Knight. And then as the tables started turning, Jacob Fatu attacked him, and then Braun Strowman ran down for the save. We had a tag match of Braun Strowman and LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Ultimately, Solo Sikoa took the pin to LA Knight, so they lost. I didn't really know. Nothing much seemed to happen in the match, in my opinion. I might have missed something. Braun did his like running round thing quite slowly. He's generally been looking better, I thought, but his running looked hard. I don't know if he's deconditioned or injured, but it was pretty rough to see. But I'm pumped for that match at WrestleMania, where we're going to have Solo versus LA Knight. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Hopefully a Jacob Fatu win, or setting up a bigger story possibly. So backstage, Rey Fenix was feeling hurt as a result of the Battle Royal, and Chad Gable came up basically pumping up how good El Grande Americano was, eliminating Rey Fenix. Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio showed up, and we had a tag match of Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Rey Fenix versus the Creed brothers and Chad Gable. The athleticism of American Made with the luchador style was cool. It was a really fun match. Like, that all 6 of these guys are great workers in the ring. I particularly am becoming a massive fan of Julius Creed. Rey Fenix is outrageous. The way he fights is like a Power Ranger. It's sick. It's crazy fun to watch. I didn't quite see what happened, but throughout pretty much the whole match, Rey Mysterio was lying outside with a medic. And then after the match, Rey Fenix and Dragon Lee went to check on him, and then he was walked back by a medic. So it seems like a legit injury. So I would be very surprised if we have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande at WrestleMania now. So I think what's most likely to happen, well, I think I've got 3 theories. One is that we just don't have an El Grande versus anyone match. And we might get like an extra match of maybe tag team, the tag teams that we'd heard of, maybe Chelsea Green, something like that. Maybe they'll just cut it and give more time to another match. My other 2 theories are, one, that Rey Fenix replaces Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania, which would be cool to watch. However, I really don't think Rey Mysterio will want to miss out on this match. And if there's anything he can do, they will do it. So my theory is that to help him get through the match and so that he can get through it if necessary, I think we might have El Grande Americano and the Creed brothers versus Rey Mysterio, Rey Fenix, and Dragon Lee is my guess at WrestleMania now, so that Rey can do minimal work during the match, but still possibly get to pull off El Grande's mask. That's my expectation anyway. But I hope Rey's okay. It's a massive shame. And I guess this sort of reiterates why you really do need the depth of roster available, because we've lost Kevin Owens recently, now potentially losing Rey Mysterio, and then like Shinsuke possibly going back to Japan, and then people needing time off after Mania. Maybe there is reason for Rusev, but I would personally rather they just built up some of the existing guys and moved over some of the NXT guys, even if it was like in phases, and then they went back. But I don't know. Or Rusev's possibly going to go on to NXT as a possibility as well and build himself back up, get some confidence. I don't know. So then we had the last segment of the show. We had Cody Rhodes coming down. He held the mic up to his mouth, and then John Cena interrupted him, came out. Cena dropped a fire promo. I thought these 2 promos were sick. The exchange between them was so fucking good, man. So Cena was basically saying like he's the only one that doesn't care about the fans, and that's why he's going to be the best. He said Cody's going to drop the title because the weight of it's too much and he can't cope with the pressure of the fans. He said that he was scared and didn't think he could he could beat Cody at Mania after Elimination Chamber, until Cody said no to The Rock, and then he knew he was weak. It was brilliant. And then Cody was replying saying that Cena's overrated, his time's over, his face is melting like wax, and it's 2025 and you still can't wrestle. It was brilliant. I was so pumped up, man. I was like, straight after the fire promo for video package for Reigns, Rollins, and Punk, I was like so fucking excited. And then Cena, bang, hit Cody in the face with the mic, went for the AA. Cody wriggled out and hit the crossroads, walked down, held that title up. And I'm so pumped for WrestleMania. I'm gonna do a WrestleMania prediction show later on today, but I am buzzing. Like this has got me so excited again. Like it is going to be a sick night, 2 nights in a row. Will I stay awake? Who knows? Will I love it by the time I've watched the end of it? Guaranteed. That is all. Until next time, later on today, keep it going. All gas, no brakes.